Have you ever walked along the beach and looked at the shoreline? Among seashells and seaweed, you'll find glass bottle bits, plastic containers such as food containers, medical waste and sanitary waste. A recent BBC News story highlighted the damage that plastics are having on wildlife, ranging from birds and fish to blue whales. Familiar scenes are those of birds trapped in plastic can holders and of turtles mistaken carrier bags as jellyfish. As the larger plastics find its way into our seas, it gets broken down into smaller and smaller pieces, even being consumed by filter feeders and other tiny marine life. Moving up the food chain, the concentrations get higher, resulting in serious poisoning of many marine species. We go to various locations in the southwest to discuss the impact.
Most of the rubbish we get on the beaches in Tor Bay is in the summertime, and it's rubbish from visitors, so your packed lunch waste. A lot of rubbish we get also is plastics, because it floats on the water and then it gets washed up by the sea. Plastic is one of the worst pollutants in the ocean now, worldwide. It's a major problem.
It's difficult to see the direct effects in Plymouth, but around the coast you do find a lot of issues with plastic bags going into the sea and causing death of marine mammals and turtles. Anything that eats jellyfish will look at a plastic bag floating in the water and think that looks very much like a jellyfish. They'll eat that, and of course they can't digest it. So it'll take up space in their guts and cause them problems. So when we find dead stranded animals such as whales, dolphins and turtles, they are often found to have large numbers of plastic bags inside them.
In the time that I've been doing these cleans, I've actually seen a fish inside a bottle. I've actually seen a hermit crab trying to use a plastic bottle cap as a shell. And I have seen dead animals on the shore, and it is inevitable that a lot of plastics are eaten by animals and then it kills them.
Okay, well, obvious thing here, a margarine tub, domestic refuse, might have come from a boat, somebody just finished with it and thrown it over the side, or it's come out of somebody's domestic rubbish and it's been blown into the sea by from the winds. Nice big chunk of polystyrene which is blown in. This stuff gradually breaks down and forms small white balls that float around in the sea for, well, tens of years. What else have we got?
The Marine Conservation Society and other national and international organisations have been working hard for many years to reduce the pollution in our seas. Sewerage and effluent in our oceans have been significantly reduced, resulting in a resurgence of one rare and endangered wildlife. Off the coast of Plymouth, there is an area of important marine conservation. An entire valley with cliffs and riverbed is submerged beneath the ocean.
The more we look, the more we find. One of the interesting things is that as obviously the water has got cleaner over the years, apart from the litter that's going into it, but in terms of the amount of sewage that goes in, as it gets cleaner from that, we get more and more interesting sightings of other creatures. We have had basking sharks just off the breakwater. There are dolphins that regularly come into the sound. People see sunfish. So there's a lot of interesting creatures around here.
And the waters are extremely clean. Here at Living Coast we bring in seawater every day, which is really clean, and it's not a problem at all. In fact, we have seahorses living out in the bay, which are a really sensitive species, and we get dolphin in the bay during the summer months particularly. They follow the fish in, and we even get basking sharks here in the bay, so quite a variety of sea life out there.
You can do your bit by not taking out your rubbish until the collection days to prevent scavenging and any of the bin bags being torn by animals. Most of the plastics nowadays are being flown into the ocean are now 50 years old, and the more plastics we buy, the more that are flown into the ocean. To prevent this from happening, you can maybe consider recycling by going onto various websites to see exactly what can be recycled and what can't be, and reduce what rubbish you put out most of the time. If you want to do your bit, then maybe you can consider joining local beach cleaning organisations to help future generations is up to you.